It's time to look at some AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. We're going to start off with Foresight. This is a 2-mana instant. Choose a creature at random. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand and exile Foresight. You know, when we read choose a creature at random, it usually means from the battlefield. So if we're choosing a creature at random, I guess we're choosing it this time from the graveyard. So it's like it's not even Reanimator. It's just returning it from the graveyard to our hand. This card from your, and it has to be our graveyard. So I mean, it's sort of like has sort of a Tasigur-esque effect where we're returning cards from the graveyard back to our hand, but it has to be from shelf your graveyard. I don't think it would matter like that. I mean, you would probably just roll a die. There's a lot of stuff like, you know, does there needs to be a certain order for your creatures in play? Not really. I mean, you just choose one at random. Not horrible for blue. I think it's pretty horrible. I think it's pretty bad. I mean, okay, so like if you're a blue deck and you have very few threats in your deck and one dies, then obviously if there's one creature in your graveyard, you're going to immediately put that one back into your hand. So it's got that going for it. Exile the Foresight mechanic. That's right, we have to exile it. Exile Foresight. It's too broken. I mean, what if we Snapcaster Mage the Foresight? And we use Foresight to get a Snapcaster Mage. So I can replay Snapcaster Mage to get another Foresight. Can't have those interactions, apparently. That'd be too strong. Which in this world would be nothing. Art seems to be completely disconnected from the card text. Yeah, there'd be a lot of cats in that art. Millions of cats. This card is not possum. Get a subtlety back. Yeah, it's okay. Actually, do you know what? That's probably one of the better cards to get because then you can pitch it away from your hand immediately at random. So, I guess it's like playing subtlety for 2 mana because you do have to pay the 2 mana to get it back. You should have known the consequences of having too many cats, says Image. Okay. It's doable. I think it's weak as hell, but it's going to be a doable card. All right, we got the Phyrexian Ruins, 4-mana sorcery. It's got a kicker of a red and a generic. You may pay an additional white and 1 generic as you cast this spell. Well, that's got to be something on our bingo card. Is that like the wrong reminder text or fake reminder text? That has to be fake reminder text, right? Literally just said the opposite. It literally just said the opposite damn thing. Kicker of red and a white, red and a generic. No, actually, it's a white and a generic. When we say red, it means white around here. Return target creature to its owner's hand if the spell was kicked. Search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of lands you control. Put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. What the hell? Okay, so I've got a sorcery that bounces a creature, and if I kicked it for a whole 6 mana, I can search my library for up to X basic land cards. Now, to its credit, we aren't shuffling the deck afterwards. Wait a minute! We're not shuffling the deck! This card is broken. What do you mean it helps with bad draws? Yeah, we get to reorder our deck. I mean, search your library. Hold on, I don't understand. Do we get to search or do we not? Does the deck have to be in the same order? That's confusing, Danger. That way you don't draw lands anymore. But if I get to look through my deck, period, am I not allowed to reorder? You don't get to reorder the deck while searching. Well, that's stupid. Okay, so basically what we're getting is all the basic lands are going to be put to the bottom of the deck, and I'll know the order of my deck for the next, like, 10 turns. And beyond that, who cares? Because the game probably isn't going to last that long. Sounds like a look at it card with the basic lands. Do you know what? Do we have that on the bingo card? Is there a look at it? We are to some extent looking at it. I mean, that's part of the value of this. Okay, look, you know what? I'll accept it. This is definitely a sort of look at it mechanic. You get to know the top. I mean, if you can memorize your whole deck, I mean, you know the entire order of your deck. Just make sure you never have to shuffle it or something. You can go get Panglacial Worm. That's what you can always do. Take any number of basic lands you want and put them on the bottom of your deck, then reorder your deck without shuffling. No, we're not allowed to reorder, as much as I would love to. For 6 mana, it would be beautiful. DG Kates, isn't this also a color pie break? Bouncing creatures is blue. Yeah, do you know what? I mean, you look at all the colors. You got green, red, white. None of those have. Hey, yeah. Anyway, none of those have anything to do with bouncing squat. So you know what? I can accept that as well. This card is a color pie. Breaks the color pie. Green doing some weird things around here. Very, very weird. Technically not, since your library is revealed, and you put all the revealed cards back in random, so you're technically no. It very specifically asks you to shuffle at the end if you need to shuffle. Now, rightfully so, this card is not letting you shuffle, because what would be the point of that? Putting all your basic lands on the bottom of your deck, then shuffling, then you just undo the work that you just did. So this card was designed properly. Weirdly enough, it was actually designed correctly. The basics get put on the bottom. Put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in random. Okay, that's fine. So we shuffle the basic lands. Everything else is fine. Red do bounce, but only opponent's creatures. Okay, that is highly specific. I didn't know that. They're giving green things like bounce as if they could read well enough to do all that. Are you trying to say green is stupid? Okay, not only that, but the kicker of 1 red and yet the kicker pay is white. I think I don't know what takes precedent here. I believe the reminder text is not correct. Like you ignore the reminder text. Reminder text was wrong. So this is technically a Gruul card. Doable. Doable. A little cloud pooey for my taste, but you know what? Doable. Nylia's Eye. This is a 3-mana instant. Target opponent exiles the top 4 cards of their library, then shuffles that pile onto the battlefield. Like, what does that even matter? Exile Nylia's Eye. What the hell is this? What is this? 4 cards? You know, it's interesting. I mean, if somebody has Sensei's Divining Top, maybe you could collude with somebody. That pile? What pile? Into a pile. Look, just make a pile, damn it. Play to lose? Not necessarily. Look, this card has some application. You can really help somebody get back into the game if they're super far behind. This is definitely a commander card. That's right, the library. Top 4 cards of the library. You put it directly onto the battlefield. Giant Otter, when I'm in the club, I shuffle my pile to the I shuffle my pile to the battlefield. Do Dono, put the top 4 on board in a random manner. But the funny is that the random part, like, you can't randomly put the cards onto the battlefield. You're just putting them on the battlefield. Unless that matters for, I don't know, does battlefield order matter at all in the game whatsoever? I don't think so. Like, I think the game objects can go wherever you want them to go. You just show and tell 4x, 4x of the opponent. We got Zip here. So 3 mana to put 4 cards on the field in an uninteractable way. Busted if the opponent doesn't have a counter spell. No, we put our opponent's stuff on the battlefield. They're not going to counter it. Somebody else has to counter it. You know, this is a political card. It matters in Yu-Gi-Oh! Raging... What do you mean Raging River? Oh, Raging River cares? No, but I think you split the board up at the moment that you play Raging River. Like, it doesn't matter beforehand. Shuffling into the battlefield is unexplored design space for sure. I don't think it matters. It's just very redundant text. With Grafdigger's Cage, the creatures just go to exile, right? Okay, let's read this card. Target opponent exiles the top 4 cards of their library. Actually, this card still wins through Grafdigger's Cage. So Grafdigger's Cage, if you read the card correctly, and we can go check out Grafdigger's Cage for a second. Great question. A lot of competitive players, including myself, had to learn this. Creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield, but it doesn't protect you from cards going to exile, then going to the battlefield. So if cards go from library directly to the battlefield, that's a no-no. Grafdigger's Cage will protect you from that. But if they go from library to exile to battlefield, Grafdigger's Cage actually can't do squat about that, as stupid as that sounds. So this beats Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah, not that you would want. So you could actually play this in a Grafdigger's Cage deck. As dumb as that sounds. I can see using that to let people play things then board wipe. I suppose so. Interesting card. Also very dual. I mean, Wizards actually could print something like this. Maybe a little bit better. They'd probably put target player exiles top 4 cards of their library, then put all permanent cards that were exiled that way onto the graveyard. Just gonna give a quick shout out to everyone who's donating in the background. Thank you very much for all the donations. For all those donations, we're gonna take a look at a bunch of extra cards after the hour mark. Okay, we're gonna make our way to Desert of Damage. I love the sound of that. That is a devastating name. 7 mana artifact. Destroy all non-enchantment creatures. That is pretty specific. Destroy all non-enchantment creatures. So I guess you put this in like an Enchantress deck. It should have been an enchantment itself. It feeds its bowls for food. Roundness to endless. It's bizarre. Whatever that means. It's continuous. Oh yeah, it's constantly checking. Is this perpetual? It just goes on and on and on. Is that a non-creature? Is that a non-enchantment creature? Get it out of here. This is a non-enchantment creature club now. It would be danger, but for 7 mana, maybe it is it. Maybe it does it danger. When and how does this trigger? Since this is an artifact, I guess is this type of card that locks the game, or is it only checking when there is when a non-enchantment creature hits the battlefield? So it's like, hey, non-enchantment creature, kill it. No more non-enchantment creatures, don't trigger. This card does nothing. The effect has no trigger. Destroy all. Or is this the type of card we got like turn into a sorcery, then it becomes a card? Gillen's like, that's got to be some kind of bingo. Well, not really. Let's not give Tron more cards to play with. Sagacious says, I'd assume this locks the game by non-stop checking. Old Boy says, I think it's just not supported by the rules. I would trust Old Boy on this one. Protopon, Life Drain decks would use this to their advantage with big boards and a Blood Artist. Bingo alert, unexplored design space. How is this triggered ability supposed to work? Oh, do you know what? Okay. Continuous trigger. Why not? All right, we have unexplored design space. We have like a Wrath of God on an artifact. We've never seen it before. This is like, you know what? This is like something that they would put in Future Sight, like a future Sight set, and people would be like, wow. Where are they taking this game? This is amazing. Control is back, baby. Sagacious is like, if it were a spell 7 mana for a colorless creature wipe, it's kind of like a weaker All Is Dust. Yeah, but it's an All Is Dust that doesn't like wipe your stuff. We're probably due for cards like that, like another 7 mana sweeper that it doesn't exactly wipe everything. So far, it seems like all the 7 mana colorless cards, they only wipe like everything except colorless. That's what I want to say. But the next thing I want to say is have you all buy from my sponsor, FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite sponsor, in fact. Where you can get your Magic the Gathering Hobbit cards, but also you can join the Fusion Open happening September 12th to 13th. Get your cards for Modern, Standard, and Commander for an amazing weekend of Magic. I will most certainly be there. And when you get your cards, whether it be Hobbit cards or Marvel superheroes, use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. And of course, it supports the channel. You like supporting the channel, don't you? Go get your cards at FusionGamingOnline.com. Okay, next. Okay, desert damage. Okay, technically doesn't work. Not doable. But it's interesting. It's interesting to think about. We got Sea Call Licks. Okay. This isn't a homunculus or something. It's a blue aura. Enchanted artifact or creature. Floors you control have gain haste. Wow, do we not do grammar good? I don't think so. Enchanted land is an enchantment, instant, sorcery, or raccoon. Oh my god, this is mind fudge max level 10 or something. So I has floors now. Yes, and use grammar good. Utter nonsense. Shred immediately. You know, you can see the mind fudge happening right there. This is a brain of like frickin' pudding going on over here. Finally, raccoon land tribal support. Well, no, actually not. Does not even mention raccoons at all. This implies that raccoon is a super type. Did it even say? Oh, it did say raccoon. Sorry, yeah, it said at the end. Enchanted land is an enchantment, instant, sorcery, or raccoon. We have permanents that are now instants and sorceries. You know, which is funny because the AI card so desperately tries to put instants and sorceries onto the battlefield, like all the damn time. It's like the AI is asking, why can't I put an instant and sorcery on the battlefield? What's wrong with that? You can put everything else on the battlefield, but I can't put an instant or sorcery on the battlefield? You stupid humans. Are you insane? Just open your mind, you idiots. Cats you control can has cheeseburgers. Yeah. Can I has cheeseburger? Guess floors is a land type? I mean, your guess is as good as mine. It could be a creature type. Sagacious says, besides artifact land, it could also enchant Dryad Arbor. Oh yeah, it's so few. Enchant artifact or creature? No, you can enchant a lot of stuff, right? Enchant. Oh, it has no. Yeah, it has to be an artifact land or a creature land. There's a few artifact lands. There's the indestructible artifact lands. There's the regular artifact lands. It could be a land that turns into a creature. You know, from the what's from that latest set? What is it? Earthbending? The earthbending mechanic? I mean, if AI can't grasp MTG rules, I think we're going to be safe for a while. Whoa, this is not... You know, we're using an old AI here. This is... all these cards are generated by a very stupid AI. Stupid for our entertainment. I hope ChatGPT from the future doesn't come to us and looks that we were, like, making fun of their caveman Cro-Magnon level AI. So why are we turning a whole region into a raccoon? For no reason, apparently. Dryad hate making them an instant. I suppose so. This is super mind fudge cloud poo. This is super nonsense. To be fair, MTG is like the most complex game ever. So they say. Turing complete, they say. Okay, we got Briar Sphinx. This is a 6 mana 4/3 dragon partner with heart. What does that mean? When this creature enters, target player may put Plague onto the battlefield. What? Who's Plague now? And put that card onto the battlefield from the top of their library into their graveyard. No! It's Plague, you left us too soon. Whenever one or more untapped creatures you control become the target of an aura spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. All right. We already actually have synergy with our Sea Call Licks. We play our Sea Call Licks on our Dryad Arbor. And then we get a +1/+1 counter on our Briar Sphinx already. First ability makes no sense. Sounds like the first ability is trying to tell a story. Partner with is a real mechanic, I think. But this reminder text is way wrong. Yeah, partner with heart. Who's heart? And why is it not... It's not capitalized. Hey Monkey, I play MTG. I still don't understand Yu-Gi-Oh rules. Nick says, no way MTG is most complex. Contract Bridge is easily more complicated and difficult. I think the complication of Magic the Gathering is due to like the theoretical builds of decks. There's this like super near infinite number of combination of decks that can therefore be played against each other, creating like this even more infinite number of combination of games. At least that's part of it. Pleasure the heart. Partner with heart sounds like soul bond with extra steps. MTG has a layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. Yeah, it goes deeper. I have to say, when I play a game of Magic the Gathering, I don't think it's that complicated. Oh, I got one thing in my hand I can play on turn 1. What am I gonna do? I can play it or I can not play it. Yeah, so complicated. Yeah, so many keywords. I've derailed the storm. My apologies. Easier games compensate skill by making players think more during more turns ahead. Anyway, Briar Sphinx, it's okay. If we ignore reminder text, it's doable. If we're gonna take the reminder text too much to heart, which we shouldn't, because we should just partner with heart, then the card makes absolutely no sense. We got a Skirl. This is a land. I love lands. It doesn't tap for mana. What a surprise. 5, tap. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a permanent card, you may put it onto the battlefield under your control. Now, if you do, that card deals 6 damage to that player. Interesting. If it's a so this is... So we can stack our... This is interesting. It sort of looks like a... Oh, yeah, maybe we are that player. Hold on, play to lose. If it's a permanent card, you may put it onto the battlefield under your control. If you do, that card deals 6 damage to that player. We are that player. I forgot. We are. Who is that player? We are the player. That's our card. Look at that card of your It's always gonna be your library. Yeah, you the player. Which player? Wait a minute. Who's this? It's me. Me? Yeah, we're gonna deal damage. I mean, 6 damage might be a small price to pay to just put cards directly onto the battlefield. Yeah, it's still cheating. It's still cheating permanence in play. Could still be worth it. You guys are gonna play this card, okay? Don't pretend like you're not gonna play this card. Blastar was like, this is broken. Yeah, we all know that player. Yeah, I'm the player. No, you the player. Protopon, this would be good for Baitor Ancestor voice decks. This would be good in any... Yeah, I think this would be just a staple in every... Maybe not every deck. It's got to be like a deck that has chunky enough cards in their deck, some top deck manipulation, or like a future side effect where you can see the top card of your library. And you can do this at instant speed. You could just like pass the turn, and you don't even take... Mind you, you don't even take the damage if you don't put a permanent in play, right? So it's only if there's a permanent card, you may put it onto the battlefield. And if you do that, then you take the 6 damage. No permanent, leave it on top. Or if it's a permanent you don't want to put on top. Actually, it's interesting. You can put any permanent in play. So, I mean, it could be a cheap permanent, right? I mean, it could be... and basically it gives it flash. No, it's still a land. Yeah, shake my head. We haven't seen It's Still a Land in I want to say like a year since a Divining Top combo. Yeah. Do we have land that doesn't tap for mana? It's a good question. You tell me, chat. Do we have land? Is still a land. You win. Play to lose. Chaos ensues. I don't see it. It's not there. Flash Omniscient, you could do that too, yeah. This would be abused in Legacy. Honestly, I don't think this would be even played in Legacy. Like, if you play Legacy, you realize you don't even get past like 4 lands very often. And if you're not getting past 4 lands, you can't even activate this thing. Not to mention, like you can't really afford to be playing lands that don't tap for mana in Legacy either. Unless it's Tabernacle. There's some exceptions shall be made. I mean, we have real lands that don't tap for mana. I know, it's not... Hey, I'm not saying it's weird. I mean, it is a bit weird. But it's not that weird. It's like, this isn't new design space. Weano says, MTG used to be the greatest game. Then Wizarco started churning out awful power creep sets to feed Commander. So isn't Commander the greatest game? Market and fans and other nerd franchises. MTG's on top. It's just that competitive players are getting screwed, that's all. Cheating a card for 5 mana doesn't feel that cheaty. Well, it is. You can do it over and over again. Remember, like, this is like a land. Yeah, Legacy also likes Rishon Import and Bazaar Baghdad, even if not for mana. No, Rishon Import taps for mana? You think Rishon Import doesn't tap for mana? It taps for mana. That thing taps easily for mana. And Bazaar Baghdad is played in a deck that just basically doesn't have mana. It's 5 colorless too. Yeah, I know, it's a lot. Very doable. Very doable. Is it in danger? I don't know. I actually don't think it would be very playable in one-on-one. I think if you printed this in Modern, it wouldn't even be playable. It would. I think the 6 damage, honestly, it's a lot of damage, and I think it's still a lot to ask for to get to 6 cards in play. Like, you could easily, here's the downside. You could easily activate this, and there's like an instant on top of your deck, and you just wasted your turn. It's probably really good in like the long game, if like that even exists. Toilet Duck says it's Zybers. Do we have a Zyber count? Does anyone else think the Zybers? I'm not gonna put the Zybers on the bingo card if it's only one person. You know it's Zybers when everyone starts saying it's Zybers in the comment section. It's a neat card all the same. Print it. 6 damage for 1 land. Well, you don't have to put a land card. You can. I mean, you're allowed to look at the top card of your library and just say nothing. Look, I don't got nothing. I don't care. Cheats permanents on the battlefield. Okay, next. We got Dire to Sand You Bard. The 3-mana 1/5. Zombie Cleric. Flying Mage's Companion. Does that mean anything to anybody? I understand. Okay, there's a companion mechanic. Is there like another type of companion mechanic in the game? Votes for flying, that's for sure. You're right. Yeah, votes for... It might even vote for deeply. This is a flying zombie. This is very, very, very bizarre. This is this person is a swing voter. Oops. This is a big time swing voter. Votes for... Where's votes for? Votes for flying deeply. Could vote flying, could vote deeply. You never know. Depends which political campaign is more persuasive to him at the time. It's he's a flying vice president. Can put into play for free if you control a wizard with flying. It pairs with a commander, works but terrible as a partner. Pretty sure this is just ancient crab in disguise. Unless we assume flying mage's companion doesn't mean flying. It doesn't fly. It's the companion of the flying mages. Is companion, like, hold on, the way they were wording it, does companion mean anything to anyone? I can't tell. Dire to Sand You voted for Maxime Bernier. Captain Rumia doesn't necessarily vote for flying, but he'll go with you to all of the flying rallies and go to the polling place with you. Is that like some sort of political stereotype? Someone who pretends to be like the party of your party and hangs out with you, but then like vote against you or something? Maybe a version of something like Oh, okay. That's... I thought it was familiar. Okay, so this is Flying Mage's Companion. I gotta get some water. Here, give me a second. Okay, got my water. Okay, so there is so it doesn't technically have flying. There is some sort of creature type called flying mages, and it's companion of the flying mages. I don't know, and so what? Like, I guess you can play 2 of the flying mages at the same time, or you can play this with the flying mages. So the doctor has a blue zombie cleric companion. New keyword, no reminder bingo, just right of free spot. No keyword. No, well, no. This may not require it. His name is Bard. Oh yeah, Dire to Sand You Bard. Effectively. Okay, we're gonna interpret this card a lot deeper, a lot more deeper than we're gonna interpret how you rent cards on Magic Online with mana traders. It's very simple. You want to play any deck, any format, anytime you want. Well, just rent cards with mana traders. You have access to every single card. You have the cutting edge tech of whatever the hell is out at the time. You want to play a top 8 deck list? You don't have to think about, oh, do I have enough money to afford to switch decks? Do I want to switch decks? Just rent the cards with mana traders. You can play any deck you want. Use coupon code Nikachu _AOY for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. And back to our fellow that votes probably deeply now. It's more on the deeply side than the flying side. Can flying mages fly, or are they just flying as a political identity? He's Dyer to Sand University. Oh, yeah, because of the U? Graduated from Dyer Sand University. Okay, I mean, probably technically doable. Like, I don't see anything that would contradict this. I just find it funny that it's a zombie cleric. Like, are you praying to send you, Bard? That's funny. Yeah, it's a dead cleric. Look, zombies got to go to church too, okay? Some zombies, they still go to church. I don't know what for what. It's got it. The sermon must be, yeah, like, okay, so let's say you're a zombie, you go to church. What's the sermon going to do for you? You know, they talk about life and death. I mean, you're already a version of death over there in the church. Just a little strange, you know, I'm just saying. Okay, we have a card with no name. It's a 4-mana 3/3 Phyrexian Bear. When the creature enters, exile each non-land permanent with mana value. Interesting. So it's just a super board wipe for 4 mana. Exiles itself, unfortunately. Sorry, our Phyrexian Bear. We didn't even know you. This is danger. It's a 4-mana board wipe. It's like a super Wrath of God. ETB trigger, reuse target. Good grief. Not really. When it enters, exile each non-land permanent. This is a non-land permanent. It just exiles itself. I mean, you can't. It's gonna go with it. Doesn't hit token. That's true. Unless it has mana value. So it has to be like tokens that weren't copy. Oh no. Yeah. It has to be tokens that weren't copy of a card in play. Captain Rumia, as a zombie, perhaps they've already seen the afterlife and already know that something is there. Yeah, they can verify. Everyone, look at the zombie cleric over here. They're proof of the afterlife. Bingo, missing card name. Was that on the bingo spot? Where's the missing subtypes or stats? No, not missing name, though. We don't have anything that's like missing name. Missing subtypes or stats. No. I don't think we have that. I don't see it. Is it there? Still end. Target unacquired. Flesh is reached. No, we don't have. That's actually, it doesn't exist. We don't have a bingo spot for no name. It'd probably happen every time anyway. Missing name is missing. Yeah, it's probably on another bingo spot. You can phase it out and blink it later. Okay. That's a lot of work, in my opinion. His name is rather Bear. Pyre, I'm a little surprised it actually generated a Phyrexian Bear type on a black creature and used a picture that could plausibly be a Phyrexian Bear. I think the AI generator that makes the cards doesn't make the art. The art is made separately. I actually don't know what the system is for making the art. Seems good for token decks. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, it's that's new design space. You know, exiling stuff with like mana value, and also it's sort of fair. It's not exiling the lands. The lands would be brutal. So it's a very fascinating board wipe for a token deck. Look, finally, Bitter Blossom has a card that like works with it. The picture is generated from the text of the card. Captain Rumia, I think a different bingo sheet had missing name. Okay. We have must have been no. This is the super hardcore hard bingo sheet. Super hard. It's a 3/3, not a bear. Hey, look, it's not a 2-mana bear. You spend 4 mana, you're gonna get high quality bear, okay? Hey, what does it matter? He's gonna get exiled from the board anyway. All right, doable. Also pretty cool, to be honest. I think it's a cool card. Lavakin Instigator. This is a 4-mana 3/5 Tyrannid human, flying. Whenever you cast an adventure spell, up to 3 target creatures can't block this turn. That's highly specific. That is outrageously specific. Up to 3 target creatures can't block this turn. Paris says 4 mana restart the commander game again is certainly a vibe. No, it doesn't restart the game. I remember tokens live and also your mana lives, or your lands, I should say. Old boy says limited bomb. Is it a bomb? 4 mana 3/5 in 2026. You know, I mean, if you told me that back like 15, 20 years ago, yeah, like I don't know if it's that big of a deal now. You know, these days we got like things like rotting Regisaur, which just blasts this thing off the face of the off the earth. Protopon is more surprised that it actually works. This is a real card. So a Gene Stealer. It's a game ender for limited. I love it. I think that's the only real way to play these AI generated cards. You have to draft them. Drafting an AI generated set must be hell, because you have to read every damn card every single time people pass a pack. Okay, one of you guys had to have done this. Someone out there had to have made an AI generated cube of like everything that is remotely like workable or doable. Not even close to a bomb. Cast adventure spells and it is unblockable. Yeah, okay, so imagine drafting this and then you realize there's like no adventure cards in the AI generated set, or very few. And so it ends up being like a 4 mana 3/5. Bombs on England. Bombs on England. That's a stream idea. Drafting an AI generated draft deck. I recommend reading cards normally too, not just AI cards. Just randomized decks at that point. Yeah, it would be in a randomized deck. Well, I mean, you'd also have to make sure the card is like works. AI's been known to generate adventures, hasn't it? Yeah, sure, but like, how many are we gonna see? When was the last time you saw an adventure card on this show? Okay, this card works. It's a doable card. It gets safe from the rank. You don't have to go to the rank. Okay, next up we got the Deceive Rider. This is a 4 mana 1/1 artifact creature with Devoid. This card has no color. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, put that many +1/+1 counters on this creature. Huh. When the creature deals damage to a player, if there are basically if it has Threshold, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, put that many +1/+1 counters on this creature. How many? I think it's equal to the number of cards in graveyard. How many? Bingo, missing subtypes. Oh, because it has no creature. It says artifact creature, but we don't know the actual creature. Yeah, I can go with that. True. Where's the missing subtype thing? Well, there's no keyword, new keyword, no reminder. Missing subtypes. There we go. Yeah, it's talking about. You think it's the combat damage? When it deals damage to a player, put that many +1/+1 counters on that creature. Oh, okay. So it's like Threshold. You deal damage, you get that many counters. So it like grows and grows and grows. The way I read it, okay, I see. Because look at the commas, people. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, comma, if there are 7 more cards in your graveyard, comma, put that many +1/+1 counters on this creature. There we go. We learn grammar and then we understand the card properly. So it actually becomes a 2/2, but then it becomes a 4/4. So it's doubling. It's doubling so long as we have Threshold. The graveyard 1 is more interesting. What part of this creature drinks decaf coffee? Hey, think of it this way. If you don't get real coffee, you're only drinking decaf, this is what you're going to look like. You're going to look like a zombie rider. You might even say you will be a zombie if you don't get your coffee in the morning. Winner's like, I don't think this is a good card either way. You know, Winner, I think some people are going to play this damn thing anyway. The thing, in theory, it could become massive. It could become a massive creature. You disrespect it now, but I mean, after a few turns, bam, bam, bam. Also, you can like giant growth this thing to like shortcut your journey to growing it to a super buff decaf rider. Imagine giving it double strike. There we go. No, there's probably a lot more better doublers out there. But I mean, you have like if you have a card in play that doubles your counters, the thing can get out of control really quickly. Sagacious says, do the actual rules have a definitive answer for this ambiguity? Is the counter count the combat damage 7 or counter the graveyard? Well, you know what? If you just read it, like just based on the commas, it's like when this creature deals combat damage to a player, just ignore the sentence, put that many +1/+1 counters on the creature. So it's just saying the clause, like if you have 7 or more cards in your, I think if there's no comma here, then it would count the cards in the graveyard, I think. Yeah, grammatic. It's just based on the grammar. It's saying that it's going to be based on the damage. Moving on. Ooh, the Gorilla Construct. This is a blue 2/2 human rogue. When Gorilla Construct enters the battlefield, you may have it deal 3 damage to target player or planeswalker, and each creature that player or that planeswalker's controller controls. What? And that player creates that many +1/+1. That player creates that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay a red. If you do, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Okay, that made sense. You may have it deal 3 damage to target player or planeswalker, and each creature that player or that planeswalker's controller. So hold on. Okay, so what it's talking about is like, so if the planeswalker's controller and someone's controlling that player, that player creates that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens. So if I'm mind slavering someone, if I mind slaver you and you have a planeswalker, I'm also gonna get a 1/1 insect. You misread it. The text is correct. 1 mana 2/2 with ahem upside at least. Yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that. It's a blue 2/2 with a bunch of words on it. I think it's missing a 2, I think, but that's it. Oh, my brain. Yeah, some of these cards, they're complicated. That player or that planeswalker's controller, surely. No, it's not player's controller. It is player's it's player's creature, row, planeswalker's controller's creatures. What? Okay, when Gorilla Construct enters the battlefield, you may have it deal 3 damage to target player or planeswalker, and each creature that player or that planeswalker's controller controls. Oh, I guess it's just if for some reason the creature is controlled by the planeswalker and that player creates that many 1/1 green insect creature tokens. Nocturnal's like, Magic is complicated after all. Some people might ask, it's not. Why is this so complicated? It's because it's Magic. This is how it is. Sagacious is going to try to interpret it. No. Each creature that planeswalker's controller controls, if Bob controls Jace, Bob gets the insects per creature of his because his creatures are Jace's controller controlled ones. What? This is just giving me mind fudge. Bingo, wall of text. Do we have a wall of text? We do have wall of text. We got it. Do we have bingo yet? We're on our way. If you bolt yourself, you get 3 1/1s. Is that how it works? This is the type of card I'm like, Judge, what does it do? If I bolt myself, what happens? What's the net result gonna do? There's dangers to the brain. Saga's right. Okay, we're gonna trust Saga. In Saga, we trust. If you hit a planeswalker of a player instead of the player you steal, deal damage to the creatures that player controls. Shockingly good. You think this is good? I mean, it's probably a good card. I mean, it's a blue 2/2 that bolts something. With upside at the bottom. With that, assuming you understand what the first paragraph actually does. It's definitely a reader and a rereader. It's correct, but not formatted in a readable way. Well, look, it's formatted for the AI-generated cards. If you guys think it's correct, then okay, it's doable. I don't think it's doable, to be honest. Sagacious says, if it... Sagacious is, like, thinking on a completely different level here. It's like, why is this so complicated for all you plebs? Look, if you bullet yourself, all your creatures take 3 damage and create that many 1/1 insects. Duh. It's so obvious. So obvious. So obvious, even a gorilla could do it. It's interesting. Trimetius is also in the same boat. Makes total sense. Okay, I'm gonna move on because that card is too complicated for my brain. We got Cathartic Pouncing. Cathartic Pouncing is a 5-mana 4/2 illusion, and for 1 mana tap face-up spells that have mana value 5 or greater. What? The hell does that mean? How is that a cost? Target opponent may search their library for a dinosaur card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. But I don't get it. I gotta pay 1 tap, face up spells that have 5 mana value 5 or greater. Target opponent. I don't get. Is that like a restriction or something? First part is mind fudge. Face up as a verb. Face up is somehow a cost. Face up spells that. Oh, maybe that's just yeah. Maybe that's a cost. You just have to. You need to have a face up spell. No, but that's got to be a permanent. That's impossible.
No, God, please.
Yeah, spells can't be face up. This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh. Are you learning from Yu-Gi-Oh cards, AI? Don't be messing up with your like language pool. Bingo alert, play to lose. This is play to lose except for the mind fudge part. Target opponent may search their library for a dinosaur card. It could help you. I don't think it's strictly play to lose because you might need somebody to go find a dinosaur to help you defeat somebody else. We are mine. Come into the armor of algae. There's a lot of algae in that art. Art was probably completely based up on this flavor text and the fact that it brings a dinosaur. It's a May ability, so they don't have to. That's true. They also probably don't have a dinosaur. So it's a highly specific thing to ask of them. Yeah, you can't even have... You can't even... Well, you know what? Maybe you can use it. Maybe you can't. Maybe you actually can use it. There are face down spells, right? Like a morph is a face down. Isn't like... Don't we have some cards you like have on the stack face down, like a foretell card or something? So like what you can do is like you cast something that's 5 mana and it's face up on the stack, and then while holding priority, you activate this thing. Face up spell, and like because that seems to be the cost. That seems to be a cost. You need to have a face up spell of mana value 5 or greater, and then you activate this card. I think that's how it would work. Yeah, morphs aren't face down on the stack. I think there's something face down on the stack. Maybe not. Yeah, because morph is a special action that doesn't use the stack. Forecast or suspend. There are face down cards suspended. Sagacious, so you turn a face down spell face up. No. I think it's got to be a spell, right? So you just cast a 5 mana anything. Just cast anything for 5 mana, hold priority, and activate this thing. So you've got your face up spell on the stack, and then you activate for 1 mana. No spell is face down, only permanents. Okay, in that case, then the face up part is like completely redundant. Face down cards you cast are turned face up before getting put on the stack and become a spell. That's weird. I'm going face down on the keyboard trying to understand this. Hi, Cat says cast something for 5 men face and face up. Yeah, to it. That's the way that's how I'm reading it. I'm gonna say it's doable. Okay. As dumb as this card is, I'm gonna say it's doable. It's certainly was very complicated. It wasn't easy. I think it can happen. Glen Alendra, what happened to you? You went through the metamorphosis or something. Actually, I mean, Glen Alendra is borderline insect because she was a fairy. So maybe this wasn't that big of a leap of an evolution, because we have Glenalendra Infantry, an insect creature for 2 mana, 2/2, with Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. This creature deals damage to that player equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. If that card's mana value is 5 or greater, this creature deals 4 damage to that player. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, this card's doing a lot. Let's break it down. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, okay, that player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. Okay, stop. Now, okay, we got our non-land card. Let's say it's a 3 mana card. This creature deals damage to that player. Which player? Whenever creature you control, that player exiles cards from the top. Okay, so we are the player so far. This creature deals damage to that player equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. So, broken. We are about to blast ourselves for 1 billion damage, Protopon. We're just about to kick our face in by accident, I guess. So the creature deals damage to that player equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. Now, I could be hellbent, so we don't deal any damage. Now, we go back. If the cards... Okay, we exiled a non-land card. Now, if that card's mana value is 5 or greater, this creature deals 4 damage to that player. So we just... What is this? What is this? Damage player, not you. That player. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player... Oh, they're the... Oh, I missed that part. Yeah, that player is actually the person that we've dealt combat damage to. It's hitting the opponents. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top card of their library. Okay. Yeah, Nikachu misinterprets a card so hard we should get the bingo for next week. No! It's hard to read these things. You know, the thing is, the problem is I just ignored the first sentence and pretended it didn't even exist. Okay, this card... I mean, it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong. We don't have really a word for something that's not it danger. Do we have anything close to it? Not really. You can consider it the bang of magic. Anyway, it's not diblicking around. But if you put your lands on the bottom of the deck with the first card, you're immune to this. Yeah, it does a lot of damage. That's all you need to know. You know what? This is the most super power-crept grizzly bear of all time. Yeah, imagine going from, like, you know, alpha and beta, a 2-mana 2/2 in green, to this damn thing. Oh, I mean, it's super power-crept.
No, God, please, no!
Danger is the top left. I don't want to say it danger. I mean, like, it doesn't even have haste. It doesn't have evasion. It's just a 2-mana 2/2 that will get lightning bolted, and that's about it. Hard to say this would even see play in Legacy. It probably would see play in Legacy, to be honest. It'd go into some sort of Delver deck. It'd be like the new Tarmogoyf. Lorezio, reading the card explains the card. Nikachu, that sign can't stop me because I can't read. Well, I can read, I just can't interpret properly. Zachary, each creature you control gets to blast your opponent. I mean, okay, look, unless we like run into like a 1-mana card or they have no cards in hand, then it could end up doing almost nothing. Death Touch is sort of evasion, not really. Like everything can kill a 2/2. The only thing that loses is like a 1-power creature that has really high toughness. Kills the blocker, or does... I think where you're going to exchange. It's not like this is Death Touch and First Strike or anything like that. Oh, right. Whenever a creature you control... Oh, my God! This, oh, that's insane. Yeah, it's not even this creature. It's like any creature. Play a 1/1 flyer on turn 1. Play Glen Elendra Infantry turn 2. All immediately attack for bananas. Yeah, you can attack with any creature, not just this creature. Now is it broken? No, you can still kill it. Good luck, people. We've seen... if you've been on this show, you've seen it danger. Like, there are things that's just like 1 mana, you win the game. Calling... Alright, everyone seems to be in... Everyone thinks it danger. It danger! By conventional Magic the Gathering standards, it danger. And with that, we actually have a bingo. Oh, we got our first bingo. It's hard to get bingos. We have some Nick Star. That it doesn't danger. Doesn't win turn 1. Yeah, I know. Unplayable in AI Vintage. In like, if we took every single AI card ever and you put this in your deck, I mean, you're a chump. You're gonna lose so badly. I mean, maybe. Don't get me wrong. You probably play it. It's like a playable. But it's not the most broken of all the broken cards. We have Drowner of Ats. This is a 5-mana 2/2 Kavu. Kavu with wings. Whenever this creature attacks, each player takes an extra turn for the high bird of the sacrificed creatures. Wow, that was almost guard. Spite Swine wins overall. I don't remember what Spite Swine was. The bird is smoking in honor of the high bird. Bingo gave up halfway. Bingo gave up immediately. It wasn't much of a card for it to give up halfway. Votes for votes for flying probably, even though it's not a flying creature. But it believes in those flyers, damn it. All right. Spite Swine lets you rewrite a card's text to whatever you want in real... Oh, I've never heard of it then. Flying is the high bird. Thanks for that super chat, Josh. Do it for the high bird. We'll take a look at another card at the hour mark, which is coming up. Are all the extra turns during the attack? You know, I wouldn't read this card too deeply. I mean, it's just diblicking around. This is a super diblicking card. You know, when they diblick, don't use your brain too hard. If each player takes an extra turn, it's the same as nobody gets an extra turn. Hold on. Did everyone get one? Each player takes an extra turn. When everyone is super, no one is. Yeah, this card should have ended after extra turn. Yeah, probably. Probably. Wow, this is a common. Imagine this in draft. It's terrible, actually. It's a 5-mana Grizzly Bear that literally does nothing. Captain Rumia says there was at a point going to be a keyword called high flying for creatures that could only block flying or be blocked by flying. That's interesting. I like that. So it's like the high flyers can't even be blocked by reach. They're in like outer space. Outer space is like super flying. You have to play it with cards that prevent opponents from taking extra turns. Oh, wow. So it actually... Each player takes an extra turn for the high bird. Okay, so if there was a world where it could have made sense. Sagacious says, when do the extra turns happen? It says extra turn after this one. But it lacks after this one. It also lacks making sense. Found the Spite Swine. It's an instant with change the text to target artifact, creature, or land. Change the text of target artifact, creature, or land for white, and 2 generic. That is weird. Okay, this card goes to straight to the yank. Board it to the board it to the rank. Choking on my protein powder here. Okay, next, the rest of the show is brought to you by super chatters like Nick Mostacaro. Thank you very much for your super chat. Doing it before the stream to extend the VOD. Have a good time, Coffee Crew. And with that, we'll take a look at another 2 cards. Corpse Turtle. It's dead, but it's also alive. I guess that's how some turtles are like near damn immortal. This is a 7 mana 6/7 with plot. This is some sort of face down card thing. When this creature enters, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, creatures your opponents control get -2/2 until end of turn. That's a card for sure. No creature type. But we already got that on the bingo. The no creature type. Oh no, it's a dead turtle with so much power and toughness. Wait, how does that work? It's dead and alive at the same time. It's an undead corpse turtle. Underwhelming. What is plot? No, that's that you exile it and you can play it for free the next turn. That's not bad. 4 mana 6/7. Look at all you limited masters. You're like, this is a bomb in limited. Wait, you completely missed this one. This is a 4 mana 6/7. Nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with 4 mana 6/7 that wipes the opponent off the board if you have delirium. This is just a card. Undead turtle. Wait, that's decent. Yeah, you better believe it's decent. Yeah, so if anyone forgets plot, I forgot it for a second. Like I'm like, that mechanic is so familiar, but what does it do? It's when you can exile it from your hand for its plot cost and cast it next turn for 0 mana. Seems playable. Short interest turtle. Okay, super doable. It's literally just a regular card. Wizards could steal that one. It's essentially Massacre Worm for 4 mana. Yeah, it's pretty good. But now it's going to be Massacre Turtle. Was there flavor text? No flavor text. Oh, well. And the next card, Pile of the Raption. This is a 5 mana sorcery. Choose target creature. Destroy up to 1 target card with the same name as that permanent. So is that like I can target my... I mean, can't you just technically target anything and then destroy it? There is destroy up to 1 target card with the same name as that permanent. I don't get this. Like, the thing is, so it's giving you the option to like target your own creature to destroy somebody else's creature, but I don't know when that would be useful, because otherwise you're still allowed to target any creature on the battlefield and then destroy that card because it has the same name as the permanent that you just destroyed, that you were targeting. Yeah, you don't have to choose a different target. So like, under what condition? Because like even if the creature had Shroud or Hexproof, you still can't target that card later. So it's like you first have to choose a target creature you control, and then you have to somehow target something else. Gets around. It doesn't get around Shroud and Hexproof. That's the problem, because you still have to target again, like destroy up to 1 target card with the same name as that permanent. You and your opponent. It still doesn't hit it. Could kill multiple clones. I don't know how. The art is so damn clunky. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on here. No, it doesn't get around Shroud because it's sort of... So if it's a destroy or I don't know, choose target creature, destroy up to 1 other creature with the same name as that permanent, that would get around it. But this one it targets twice. You can kill 2 illusions with the same name. Choose target creature, destroy up to 1. No, you can only kill 1 creature. Destroy up to 1 target card with the same name as that permanent. Up to 1. The most things you're killing... It's literally just 5 mana blue Doomblade of some sort. DJ Kate says, the only way I see this doing anything is if you can change the up to 1 with up to insert high number while this is on the stack. You can use it to target a creature twice. What, like an illusion that would pop? Oh, I see. So maybe okay, they're talking about illusions that die to when you target them. Okay, okay. We found the value. We found the pile of the raption. I said until whenever who walked, one forest can't eat them. Yeah, well, even two forests can't eat them. Says Dusabrard, Master Artificer. I mean, it breaks the color pie, but it's probably a fair card at least. Earthbending, blow up land they didn't animate. Destroys the illusion dino from earlier. Does it? I don't think that illusion dino said that you have to sack. Like, there are some cards out there, or sorry, there are some illusions out there that say when they're targeted, you have to sacrifice it, but I don't think that particular illusion had that clause. Old boy's like, I honestly don't even know if the targeting process would work under the rules. Well, it does today. Neat card, even though it technically sort of does nothing. Okay, next up, we got 150 new Taiwanese dollars. Okay, what is this? 150? I'm pretty sure that's like 5-ish cards. Huh? Oh, it's just $5. Okay, that's fine. $5. Oh yeah, it's like 22 to 1. Okay, $5 is $5. You get another card. Let's take a look at another card. It's got no name. In fact, this is the most blank card we've ever seen without being a completely blank card. This is nothing of a nothing card type. What is this, like a plane chase card? If this card is in your opening hand, you may begin the game. The card is in your opening hand. You may begin the game. You may, I don't know, maybe a little bit earlier before the game was supposed to start. That does nothing. Absolutely. You know what? It technically does do something, but it really effectively does nothing. Man, this card does not as doing. You can't even use it for anything later. Doesn't even count as a card type. Would not even count for Delirium. Counts for Threshold, I guess. Yeah, it's the least card in AI generated history. I go first. Oh, does it steal the game? Or steal first? It does something. Waste a card slot in your deck. If this card is in your opening, you may begin. No, I don't think it changes who goes first. You may begin. No, hold on. Is it stealing who goes first? Crap, I got a mulligan. I didn't get the card that lets us start the game. No, it does something. If your opponent was supposed to play first, it's actually your turn. When your friend says, hey, I need to use the bathroom, but you cannot pause the game. I feel like this is a substitute for dice. Brushida says, a new format where you have to mulligan until you get it. DJ Kate's saying making yourself go first is a thing that's been done, and this isn't how that's worded. You cannot even play it. No, the order doesn't seem to change. Yeah, because like what happens is you first determine who goes first before the game starts, then you draw your opening hand. But it sort of says you may begin the game. You may begin the game. You may begin the game. It's like either it's stealing the play, which would be broken, or it's doing literally nothing. We could use a judge here. Can you begin the game before others are ready? Yeah, sure, why not? Captain Rumia, how would you begin the game without the card? Normally, you just have to sit there, talk about the cards you gave in your deck, and the idea of how the decks would interact. Hold on, whoa. I think this card prevents people from mulliganing. Because if it's in your opening hand and it says you may begin the game, like, so the game has to end. Sorry, the game has to start. No mulligans allowed. If assuming you have priority. So like, I think if you reveal this card, the game starts. This is it's starting to do stuff. You may. What if you don't want to? Well, you just don't have to. Yeah, it's a may ability. That'd be pretty funny. I actually think I'm gonna remove this. You know what? I think it's starting to actually do something. It's definitely preventing mulligans. Because the game begins after you've mulligan. You do your mulligans. Oh no, but you only reveal. If this game is in your opening hand. Oh no, but no. Okay, hold on. You have to mulligan before you reveal cards from your opening hand. So I'm gonna take it back. The card it's still doing nothing. I think where you resolve mulligans and then you do this stuff. Now, are the hands you draw before mulligan consider opening hands? No, yeah, that's the thing. I don't think so. I'm just trying too hard to make this like a real card. It's interesting. It's interesting to think about. Literally does nothing though. Yeah, you can't reveal it until mulligans are have resolved. All right, moving on. This next card is brought to us by Non-Mia Culpa. Thanks for this huge super chat. Good morning, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day. And with that $20, we'll take a look at a good hot 4 cards. Grim Game Spain is a 3-mana 2/1 Ogre Shaman with Death Touch and Haste. Whenever this creature attacks or blocks, return it to its owner's hand and create a 1/1 green insect creature token. This is miserable. Attacks or blocks? This is like I mean, this is called anti-tempo the card. You like this card? This card might Zybra. I don't even think this card can deal damage. This card actually, like, what's the point? The Death Touch is redundant because it triggers upon attacking. So like haste, attack, trigger, must return it back to hand, and then you put a 1/1 green insect creature token into play. You're literally just spending 3 mana to put an insect in play. And then, like, same thing with block. Okay, I block your giant creature. Oh, trigger! Got to return my Grim Game Spain back to my hand. Looks like a potential Yu-Gi-Oh card from 20 years ago. This is the crappiest token generator of all time. It's worse than Norin the Wary. Because you have to recast this card over and over again. Wait, you have 3 mana every single turn for this crap? You can use a spell to have it deal damage to something. Like, what, a fight spell? Redundant means useless because it's already being done. The Death Touch isn't redundant, it's just useless. I guess there is... Elwinter says, I guess there is some super niche use if you need repeatable creatures entering. Face of Fan Forever. Maybe it can be used with ETB triggers. Yeah, this is a bit of a stretch. I guess it guarantees you always have a 1/1. You will be making 1/1s. Yeah, you're going to get the insects. This Ogre Shaman stinks so bad, it attracts all the bugs. All the bugs. And that's the 1/1 green insect that leaves behind. Like a bed bug. Grim Game Span is basically a bed bug magnet. You get a 1/1 dummy blocker to sack every turn if you reanimate him. Oh, you guys seem to have like tons of mana to just burn every single turn. All right, Grim Game Span is doable. Century of a Madness is a 3-mana 2/2 human druid with Robber 15. If an opponent was dealt damage this turn, this creature enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. Is like a +1/+1 for each robber. So Robber 15 means like 15. 15 +1/+1 counters maybe. 3 mana. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Okay, that's fair. Tap, sack another creature. For each color among permanents you control, exile it with 3 finality counters on it. What the hell? For each color among permanents you control, exile it with 3 finality counters on it. Can you exile with finality? Like, that doesn't work. Finality is for, like, on the battlefield, not, like, in exile. What's the 15 mean? I don't know. This card is madness. Maj is like, nonsense. Maj is not putting up with this crap. We exiling colors now? Well, something of each color. For each color among permanents you control. So you have to pick something white, red, blue, green, and black. We're exiling the card. For each color among permanents. So we are exiling a permanent. Art says, I feel like this card does 1.5 things for all 3 things it's trying to do. Welcome to AI generated world. TCG trainer. You can have other counters on creatures in exile. His name is Robber15. No. This is some sort of stupid ability. What happened to the 14 prior robbers? I know. I don't know. They didn't make it. They got caught by the police. Contobio says, I like it. Interesting. I don't know if it's specific enough to be a real card, though. Nathan says, this is a good example of a card having a lot of text and basically doing nothing. Hey, look. For 3 mana, target creature can't be blocked this turn, okay? Yeah, is anyone disputing that? Okay, you can go to the Urank. To the Urank with you, Sentry of Madness. Okay, we got the what is this? Troftlinger? I think it's, or maybe Trotlinger? It's a 1 mana 2/2 wall with Defender. Greatest all beast activation to up 1. It said so little and it made absolutely no sense. Complete English. Greatest, it doesn't even sound AI generated. It sounds like it went through a few translations and this is what got spat out in the end. It's funny. Normally we reserve word salad for, like a card with a lot of text. This card had nothing. This reads like an online store product description. Yeah, it's true. From a lazy translator. A super lazy translator. They just like copy and paste into Google Translate, or a crappy version of Google Translate, like Chinese to English. Look, greatest all beast activation to up 1. No money down. 1 mana 2/2 with Defender seems worse than the wall that gives you hexproof. Activate up to 1 beast among greatest beasts? Yeah, made in China. Gave up hard. AI conceded. Okay, this card, well, I mean, this is complete garbage. Complete nonsense. I can also go to the rank. We got Paurus Practus. There's a 3 mana 2/1 Vidalcan wizard with flying. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, you may exile target creature card from a graveyard. If you do, each other creature you control becomes a 3/3 blue and black zombie creature with flying in addition to its other types. That's pretty good. That's interesting. You upgrade like all your tokens. You give them evasion. Yeah, Dadamdraw says it's Zybers. Cool card. Oh, the fleshes have been reached. We're exiling cards from the graveyard. We have that here, right? Fleshes have been reached. We've reached the fleshes. Bingo. The fleshes have been reached. Dice to shock, trash. Hey, I got some good news for you, Chance Music. There's like no shock cards in this game in AI generated world. Not that I've seen yet. Cool Quick Card says, big props to the art on this one for rendering a Vidalcan accurately with 6 fingers and blue skin. Oh yeah, you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless this... Oh, you know what? I think it was an AI generated mistake. Because you look at the other hand and it's 5 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the right hand was just mistakenly 6 fingers. It was a happy accident, as Bob Ross would say. A very happy accident. It's okay. The creature can have 6 fingers. Yeah, only 6 fingers on one hand. Well, I mean, maybe the Vidalcan lost a finger in battle somewhere else. They also stay like that. It's half Vidalcan. Bingo Zybers. Yeah, this is. I think for a lot of people, this would be a Zybers card. You give yourself evasion. You might even buff up some of your creatures. It's like it becomes a 3/3 in addition to everything it already does. You get all your triggers, all your abilities. Good stuff. It's super good stuff. Okay, next up, we've got Joshua. Do it for the high bird. We will do it for the high bird. We got Water Fight Rot. It's a 7-mana 1/1 dwarf cleric. First strike. Creatures you control can't attack you. Really? Really? You control. Can this do anything? It's like, yeah, thanks, I knew that. Does it vote for flying? The last card definitely vote for flying. Unfortunately, we already got the voting thing done. Nocturnal, no snitching allowed. If it was creatures you own, yeah, it would be something else so that people cannot steal your creatures and attack you with it. That would be useful. One of the weakest cards ever. Basically, it's borderline 7-mana 1/1 with first strike. Creatures you control can't attack you. I mean, is there any redirect effects that make creatures attack controller? Not that I know. Glad they put some MTG official rules on a card in case you forgot. Yeah. If opponent takes control of you, they can't use your creatures to ping you. No, they can still activate. They just can't attack. Donate it to someone to stop making them insane numbers of insect tokens with that other card. Flavor, it's like real. Our loyalty is always the tail. Jaya Ballard, Task Mage. Yeah, there's going to be loyalty. I mean, hey, my own creatures aren't attacking me. That's got to be loyalty. What about your planeswalkers? Creatures you control can't... Yeah, I guess they can attack the planeswalkers. It's not that loyal. No uprisings on my site. Well, if I was worried my creatures would mutiny against me, yeah, I wouldn't even cast them in the first place. Some Mermaid Star says control, not own. There is a difference. Yeah. So the point is, creatures you control can't attack. That means someone can steal the creatures and attack you with them because they're going to control them now. It'd be a lot more interesting card if it said own rather than control. Yeah, basically stating the obvious. That should be a bingo card. Stating the obvious. Okay, doable though. Okay, not illegal. That's actually important. Just a bunch of redundant text on it. Okay, next up we have none other than the wonderful Steve Cooper. Wants more. Steve Cooper is not done around here, and neither am I. As we are looking at the Devil's Guildmage, a 2-mana 3/4 bird wizard with the ability 2-mana Sword Warrior Banding phase out until you roll a 0 blue mana in any combination of that creature types. The F did I just read? I don't understand this. Sword Warrior Banding phase out until you roll a 0 blue mana in any combination of that creature types. That was total chaos. Chaos ensues. We already did that. Oh no, we didn't do chaos ensues. It's complete nonsense. Nocturnal's like, it's Zybers. I'd play that card. That's a perfectly normal Magic the Gathering card. Nothing wrong with that damn thing. And look at that. Look at the art. It's just normal duck stuff. Yeah, it's just a normal day for the duck. Whatever you say, get Devil's Guildmage. It says things that exist, but none of it goes together. You know, it's probably that sort of devil speak that you hear when you like turn like a record player backwards. It's converted into actual wording. What if we read it backwards? Spite Retricker. Okay, no, I can't do it. This is what happens when you feed bread to ducks. Yeah, don't feed bread to ducks. They'll like it, they'll eat it, but it's not good for them. You feed them seeds, they like the seeds. They get, I don't know what happens. They get mutated or something like that. Ill hail the demonic duckling. We can't understand this card because it's duck voice. That could be true. Speaking duck. Bingo, retired mechanic, banding. Oh yeah, but it's funny. It's referring to the banding phase. Retired mechanic, retired mechanic. Oh, it's a bingo. We have 2 bingos. Pretty rare for this show. This card, Quackers. Moving on. We got the Radiant Fallen. This is a 6 mana 6/6 Hydra with trample. 4 mana. Scry 0? That's not particularly useful. Radiant Fallen then gains for 2 mana. Scry 0. Oh my god. Yeah, finally Scry 0. Nothing. And what's funny is we gain a cheaper version to do the same thing. Yeah, Mom, can we have Scry? We have Scrying at home. The next one's even cheaper than the first one. Ah, good. Let me Scry for nothing. Yeah, in case you lost that. Oh, do we have that? Do we have that? Because there used to be like, in case you lose it, you get this one. It's not on this card. Undefined X, references, still a land. It's hard to get that still a land one. That's so hard. Scry 0. Does it count for illusion of choice? Bingo. No, you need to have 2 choices. Where illusion of choice. Choose 1. Effect 1. Effect 1. Ah, F it. Let's give it. Close enough. And also, like, we actually got 2 versions of the damn thing. We have 3 bingos today. Still better than the 7 mana 1/1. Nah, that is true. I mean, okay, you are still getting a 6 mana 6/6 trampler in blue. Little unusual for blue. Blue doesn't have that sort of I mean, like, you know, they have Leviathans or whatever, but usually don't get a big trampling creature. Not so easily, anyhow. I mean, it gets the ability to do the same thing at a new cost. It really is the illusion of choice. Well, obviously you would choose the 2 mana one, but what you do with the Scry is not particularly useful. And in case you really need to trigger a Scry effect. Oh yeah, that's true. You still Scry. Even if it was for 0. I think. It works with some cards from Lord of the Rings. Did my stream just skip a few frames or something? I think it's just you. Oh boy! 701.22b. If a player is instructed to scry 0, no scry event occurs. Abilities that trigger when a player scries won't trigger. Really? So you have to scry at least 1. That's weird. That they have a rule for something like that. Are there cards out there that say you can scry nothing? Yeah, we had 3 bingos before, but a long time. Oh, it must have been a million years ago. Doesn't trigger scry stuff. Okay, thanks so much for letting us know. Nathan asks, are there any cards that let you scry an additional card when you scry? Maybe. Like your scry, you get to scry +1 or something. Only the way this triggers scry if something modifies it to make you scry +1. Okay, cool. Scry X properly. Probably. Okay, it's a doable card. It's a doable card. It's a massive creature, okay? It's massive for blue. You got a 6/6er over here. I would say it's a 6/6er. 6/6. Don't underestimate it. That's it for today. Thank you so much, everyone. Love you all. Hope you had a lot of fun this week, as we do every week on AI Generated Wednesday. As usual, we do these shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, and Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people can be part of the show, or you super chat to extend the show. Thank you so much, everyone, for your wisdom, your sharp eye, your grammarly correct brains, for being able to interpret these cards. People like Nick Starr, Steve Cooper, Sagacious, Corbinek, TCG Trainer. We have another Nick. We have all the Nicks here, and Corbinek. The Damn Draws. We have Meridian, Bell, Old Boy, Lorenzio, Toilet Duck, Rick Sizu. We got Trematius 2, DJ Cates, DCG Trainer, Vivezio. I think I got you, Toilet Duck. JMK, Nocturnal, Sakai, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing them coffees. And we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you at the next cup.